Radio live on Fridays. You know where it's at. 4luvofboxing is giving you that exclusive stuff. Man, we got my boy, Mr. LP, and we got a special guest. AC the promoter in the house today.
Hey.
What up, homeboy? What's good with it, man?
It's cracking, man. Just out here repping with my people for love of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it.
Yes, sir. AC in the house.
Yep.
Check it out, man. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's shaking? 4luvofboxing. We're ready to go deep into this. This is fight weekend. Massive. Let's get right to it, man. We
Jerry Munoz is in the house now. We were just commenting.
Yeah.
We call
What about my drum roll?
Yeah,
my man.
Yeah, I miss a week and I don't get the drum roll.
Hey, keeping it sexy. Keeping it sexy.
Bro, it's not
That's how
just
we
fight
do.
week, bro. It is the Super Bowl of boxing this weekend, bro. There's so much to talk about. Let's dive right in.
Most definitely, you'd have to say it's national holiday for boxing fans.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, so much going on. Mr. LP, touch base. Let us know what's going on this weekend,
Oh,
man.
my goodness, man. So, first off, tomorrow on Netflix, we got a massive boxing card. There's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of fights. But the main key ones, of course, the main event. We got Canelo, Bud Crawford. That's going to be a banger. Lester Martinez versus Christian and Billy. Oh, my goodness. And what about later on, is it Sunday morning or Sunday night?
Well,
The Monster Inouye?
yeah, we got a lot to dive into, guys. Like I said, I mean, yes, you did not bring the hype for the Canelo Crawford card or for that main event, but you got really hyped for the Lester and Billy announcement on that undercard.
I do feel that's going to be the fight of the night.
Hey, it can be. It definitely can be. We got that fight card, and as you talked about, Inoue is going to be fighting about 6 hours later, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, on the Top Rank Facebook Live. And then
I'll probably be barely going to bed at that time, man.
don't even go to bed. See, that's why the
No.
Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl of boxing this
you can't
weekend.
go to bed. If you go to bed, you ain't waking up, bro. You're going to stay asleep, bro. You got to stay awake, man. Stay awake for it, bro.
Get that coffee brewing, bro.
Listen, right into it, though. It's going to be Happy Canelo Day for all you Canelo fans out there. I know for me, it's a crazy day because it's Happy Boxing Day. All around Boxing Day, man. You just pointed out 18 hours straight of boxing, man.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Man, when you think about it, as a boxing fan, how much more can you, really ask for? You really can't ask for anything more,
No. I mean, if you're a boxing fan, a casual or diehard, this is the weekend.
You know what's going on this weekend.
This is the weekend that you tune in. Even more so, this main card on Netflix is going to break all the viewing records. It's going to be the most watched boxing fight of all time. Mark that shit. It's going to be the most watched boxing fight of all time.
Wait, even more so than Jake Paul?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
look. I think the statistic was the only one that came close was I think Thriller in Manila or something like that. What was an Ali fight though?
It was, I think, Ali listing probably that was like what, 1970s or something like that.
You got to think it's all going to be before the days of pay-per-view, right? So anytime once you get pay-per-view in there, the numbers are going to drop drastically. But some of those fights were like on mainstream TV, so it's incredible to think how many people are going to be getting.
And a lot of the other mainstream sports weren't as popular back then as they are now, so there's a lot more attention
Options
for people to watch.
Well, the question is it going to shut down the internet, though?
Well,
I hope it doesn't.
There's a damn good chance, and that's actually a great point. There's a damn good chance.
Hey, what was the first fight on Netflix that went down? And remember, it was a hard pass when guys trying to get the thing streaming going.
You know what? It could have been a Jake Paul fight. It could have been a Jake Paul fight.
Ironic.
So this is like the fourth boxing event that Netflix has got involved in, but it's the first. It's the first pro, not circus ran event.
Real
this
fight.
is the best fighting the best. 2 of the top 5.
And it's not a pay-per-view. It's on Netflix.
On Netflix, regular Netflix,
Listen,
right? That's why it's going to be the most
have
viewed.
fighting tomorrow 2 dudes that are like generational talents. You know what I mean? 2 dudes that can actually say they've held the pound for pound title for
in the same era.
In the same era, and that's incredible. It doesn't happen often.
No.
So man, I hope everybody at home can appreciate what it is and they can enjoy that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, though, I haven't got a lot of casuals asking me my thoughts on the fight like I normally would. But the promotion has been going crazy for this fight all week.
What do you think that's due to, man?
Well, maybe it's because you got two fighters that people don't watch regularly, like the casual fan. They might have heard of Canelo, but they probably never heard of Crawford.
Yeah.
And then they got maybe a little bit of a sourness from the last fight on Netflix with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I mean, of course, there was another fight in between that. That was a banger with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor on Netflix. That fight was awesome.
That was excellent.
But again, too, they might just feel a certain way because that fight was a dud. And so they're like, the casual fan has a short memory attention span. What have you done for me lately? So this fight right here, if you haven't seen the commercials or the promotion on Netflix or anywhere else, you're going to see a lot more of it tomorrow. And they're going to watch it tomorrow for sure, guaranteed.
Listen, the numbers that they're going to do tomorrow are going to be immense, man.
Amazing.
And people heard of it.
Well, I mean, let me share this though. Like everybody, come on. Everybody got a Netflix account. Whether you're actually paying for it or not, you're watching Netflix. And when you pull up over the last 2 weeks, when you pull it up, they've been hyping this fight up. I could see the icon. It's like notifying me. Then I also I could see the episode 1, the countdown, episode 2. So like Netflix is doing this part 2. So it's a different type of promotion. Maybe you're not sitting there hearing it on the radio waves. You're not seeing it on, basic cable. Because they're like, why are we going to waste our money and put it in there if they're not going to be watching and tuning in there?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to Netflix. So their focal point is on Netflix. So I'm pretty sure that 2-week banner was not cheap. Let that sink in. They're paying for the promotion.
No, of course.
But they're being smart and strategic about it because everybody goes on to Netflix at one point during the week.
But they're marketing this fight on larger platforms than they have for other big fights like this in the past. So I think I saw a commercial for it on football last week, Sunday. There's a kickoff to the NFL season. I think I saw a commercial during one of the games.
On Netflix though, was it not?
Possibly. But then of course it's the whole TKO group, the new TKO group that's been formed. They own WWE. They own, Turkey's working with them, and I think they own golf and NASCAR, some soccer league too, possibly. So anyhow, it's being advertised in places for big events that has never been advertised before. So like I'm saying, we're thinking about not just U.S. eyes. Worldwide eyes.
Well, one of the weird dynamics for me, and I'll tell you, because you guys know I take a 2-hour drive to get down here and be down here on Friday, right? And I'm kind of a little bit isolated in a much smaller community in northern Arizona. The casual people that never talk to me about boxing
did talk to you about this.
Yeah, they're coming out and going, "Hey, who you got in the fight this weekend?"
That's the beauty of Netflix.
Hey, who you got in the fight this weekend? And those are people that normally give a flying fuck about boxing that are never telling me anything about boxing.
So now, with that said, why don't we go straight to that? Who you got in the fight this
Well, listen.
weekend?
First, let's start
build
with
up, huh?
how was it in the weigh-ins? I think it got reported that they were both at 167.
So
right?
there's a lot of beautifully done behind the scenes fight week stuff all over YouTube and social media from this event from Tuesday, the fighter arrivals, all the way to the weigh-ins today. It's out there. And that's one thing about this fight is it's going to be very well produced, and all the behind the scenes stuff and all the event day stuff is going to be the best you can get. It's going to be better than what we probably see. It's going to be that damn good. That event production is going to be that damn good. The flow of it's going to be really good. And I'm not just saying this out of my ass. It's going to be freaking amazing. It's in the NFL's Raiders football stadium.
Raiders,
it's the first fight.
Raiders.
Oh man, there's two of them.
Yeah.
I worked the WrestleMania there.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
and the next WrestleMania is going to be there next year again too. So that arena is huge.
WrestleMania's there with that?
The next year WrestleMania will
It
also
was
be
a
there.
success because it was packed, huh?
Yeah.
And so they're anticipating 60,000 fans, and I think it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Man,
but
what
we're
the
getting.
fuck are we doing here? We should be one of the fucking 60,000.
We're giving everybody that. We're giving everybody that 4luvofboxing exclusive.
We're doing our part.
That's our loving part. That's Rob's dying over there.
Running on the show, man. We gotta do what we gotta do, man. I know it sucks, man. How many vacations and stuff I miss on a Friday because I gotta do what I gotta do. And we're here. We're
Yeah,
doing
man.
it.
And it's
For
the
the
sacrifice.
biggest fight
Remember
night
he said that next
coming up.
Friday, how many vacations he misses to be
Got me
here.
a pipe down with that, bro. Hey, man.
Yeah.
How about last Friday? You want to go there, huh?
Hey, I was here last Thursday.
Carry on, man. Let's
Back
go.
to the
Everybody
fights.
knows what's up, man.
Yep.
Listen, who y'all got? That's the question.
Yeah,
That's
so-
what y'all are tickling right now. Y'all are messing around with what y'all really want to ask. That's what you
So,
really
yeah,
want to ask.
look. Saul Canelo Alvarez, undisputed champion, versus former undisputed champion Terrence Bud Crawford.
Omaha.
And the only reason why he's no longer undisputed because he moved up in weight. He didn't lose that belt in the ring. So we're talking about an undefeated stud.
A generational talent.
A badass who actually has got 2 undisputed championships under his belt. 2 divisions.
Yeah, 140, 147.
Canelo don't got that freaking statistic. He's a 2-time undisputed champion. But he's not a 2-division undisputed champion like Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue. Now, here's the problem for me.
Tomato.
Here's the problem for me.
me.
Here's the problem for me. Crawford at 147 was already a small guy coming into that division. He dominated. Mad respect to him. He moved up to, what was that, man? You hear that bumpity bump bump?
I did. I don't know. I looked too. But, oh, well.
All right. Anyways, Crawford at 147 handled the business and he cleaned house. Respect. Crawford decided to go up to 154, and he didn't have too much of an issue. Struggle versus Mandrovov.
Somebody hit a like button. That's what. That's what you
Go
said.
ahead, bro.
My bad.
Mandrovov.
Yeah.
Issue. Man, get it together, bro.
My bad. My bad.
Mandrovov, and that's a debatable victory. He didn't look too great. And now he's
Listen,
moving
keep
up
it
to
real.
one.
Not just
Now
didn't
he's
look too
moving
great.
up
A lot of
2 more
motherfuckers
weight
said he
classes.
lost that fight. A lot of people said he lost that fight.
Now he's moving up 2 more weight classes to take on a bigger, stronger, more elite, more complete fighter. And Canelo Alvarez? And I was supposed to get hyped and excited about that? I'm sorry, man. I'm going to call this fight what it is, man. It's just a money grab for freaking Crawford.
Wow.
He's going to cash himself out, dog.
Wow.
He has
Sour
no purpose being in that ring
grapes. Sour
versus Canelo
grapes.
Alvarez. He has no purpose being in that ring. He doesn't even deserve it. But here we are.
Wow.
We're going to see this fight, and we're going to see a whitewash. Canelo's going to break his ass down. He brings nothing to the table. I saw the weigh-ins. Terrence Crawford looks fantastic. Canelo looked like he had to make weight. What I mean by that is he had to drain himself. So what that tells me more than anything is that he's going to put on 15 plus pounds.
Easy.
And he's going to be the bigger, stronger, solid looking fighter come fight night. And he's going to walk his ass down. Terrence Crawford looks slow and lethargic. In the videos I've seen him go out and moving his feet and his punches, I'm telling you guys, he's not comfortable and familiar in carrying that extra weight. He's not. My pick, Canelo, 8-10 TKO. That's what I call it right there and there. And I said what I said. Hey, C, you want to go ahead after that one? Then we go to my boy right here.
Go ahead, Jay.
You know what? I don't mind jumping in right now because there's just so much to decipher with what you just said, bro. You build up Terrence Bud Crawford as this stud, 2 division undisputed, and all these accolades, and then you just tear him down.
And 3 divisions back, though.
And you
that's
just-
the whole point.
He shit on Terrence Crawford so badly after fucking giving that
3
bull run.
divisions
Wow.
back.
What the
2.
fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 divisions back, but
3.
again, 2, it's like
You want to count the Mandrovov victory? Okay, but go ahead.
hey, it's in the books. It's in the books.
Books.
Yeah, okay. Well, they do make weight classes for a reason. I'm going to give Mr. LP that. Absolutely. Terrence Bud Crawford is just different than most.
I'm different, yeah.
And he can put on that weight as we saw. We don't know how he's going to perform on that weight, and so we don't know how he's going to be able to do it. But what he's been able to do is pretty much run through every division that he's been in. We know that for
Except
sure.
154.
We know that. Well, he was only there for one fight. So how do you run through it? How do you run through it in one fight? He took on a tough dude.
He's not even the best fighter at 154, bro.
Okay. But if you want to build that one fight and take away everything else he did before that, and say he has no chance, I think you're looking at it a little differently than how I am. Because I didn't think Bud Crawford even stood a chance in this fight when they first announced it. I thought it was going to be a fucking wash.
Okay, so
Bud Crawford is just built differently. He is. He's a different animal.
100%.
You know, you can look into that man's eyes, and he does not want somebody to say he can't do something, because that's only going to push him to want to do it more.
Yep.
I think he's that different
100%.
animal. He has the proper people in his corner. He's obviously put on the weight very well. I just don't know how he's going to take them punches. But he's not going to stand in front of Canelo.
he's not putting on the weight. Let's not get this twisted, okay,
Oh,
guys?
he did not look.
He's not losing the weight.
No, he's putting on weight. He put on muscle.
He's not losing the weight.
He looked buff. He definitely looked like it was more definitely muscle. It's going to slow him down. Now, is that going to slow him down slower than Canelo? I don't think so. Now, I'm going to let you finish your prediction on it then.
Yeah,
What you think it is. Go ahead, and then I'll share my thoughts too, and then we'll also get to AC sharing his thoughts.
So I kind of broke it down a couple weeks ago in a previous episode where I got kind of like into it in advanced mode, because this fight has been, planned for many weeks now. But we talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I had said that Bud Crawford needs to come out fast. He needs to come out early. He lose any early rounds to Canelo. And we all know Canelo's a slow starter.
Yeah, he won't.
Right?
Yeah, I don't foresee him losing.
But the thing is how strong is he going to try to come out? Eventually, I think those muscles are going to be a little too heavy on him, right? And then Canelo's going to start landing a little bit more significantly. What I'm getting at is Crawford's going to get a lot more respect from those that are giving him zero chance after this fight is over.
Like him.
I hope so. He's going to be like, you know what? I underestimated him. He went 12 rounds with a super middleweight, and he's a natural 47.
Yes. What will happen there?
It's going 12.
What will happen there is that Canelo is going to look amazing, and this man's going to find some way of trying to discredit his how amazing his.
No, you know what's ironic is that you say that. You guys know I don't like Canelo. I am not a Canelo fan.
Everybody at home knows that.
I will probably be giving Canelo props after this victory, and you two that are hardcore Canelo fans are going to come at me like, nah. That's going to be the oxymoron of the situation. We got to definitely circle back next week for that.
Did you hear that? He called you a moron, bro.
That's all I heard. I heard before he called me a hippopotamus, then he called me Guapodamus, and now he just called me a fucking moron live on the air. That's some shit, man. Hey, come on.
So back to the prediction. Yes, you read between the lines. The fight is going the distance, in my opinion. Canelo's going to win a decision. I originally thought it would be unanimous, but I'm leaning more towards a split decision for Canelo.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, that's interesting.
Is there a judge that's been added into the play that you think is going to give Bud Crawford more credit?
I didn't give the judges enough credit for some of the work that they've done in Bud Crawford's career. Some of these judges have seen Bud Crawford's style. They're not new to seeing Bud Crawford. Not as much as they've seen Canelo Alvarez. And that was my gripe from the beginning, is you fight Canelo in Las Vegas, you already know the judges are knowing what to look for in his style. So if you don't come out and then win those rounds early, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage from the first bell. Canelo's already up 2 rounds and you don't even know.
Yeah, you're already sinking in.
So these judges will know what to look for in a Terrence Crawford fight. So I didn't give the judges much credit. And knowing what Crawford brought to the table will still be seen, but he needs to win those early rounds to pull the best out of Canelo. Canelo always shows up when it's a foe worth showing up for, with the exception of Bivol.
You know what? I don't think that he didn't show up against Bivol. I just think at some point you meet your cap with how much you can really move up.
Far more superior fighter. And with that said, like I said, That's one division up for Canelo. He already maxed out at 168. Bud Crawford is not even the best 154 pounder. I can name 5 guys that think I could beat his ass, including our AZ homeboy freaking Jesus Ramos. He's not that dude at 154. He doesn't deserve this fight. And I said what I said.
I don't know if I'd go as far as saying that they're gonna whoop fucking Crawford's ass anywhere, man.
I have a
fucking nothing about Crawford tells me
What's up,
he'll get his ass
I have a
whooped.
question. So do you think it plays any factor at all where the fight's going to be held at? Like in that kind of stadium?
You mean the atmosphere?
Yeah, the atmosphere.
Shit, man. Look,
Does that make a difference?
If the atmosphere makes a difference, it's gonna make a difference on a positive note for Canelo in that sense, because Canelo's been in there in those packed stadiums.
not
of that
only
level.
that,
I don't
it's-
think
it's
Crawford's ever had a
Vegas.
stadium to that level.
It's Vegas. Canelo is a Vegas fighter. So he, as he mentioned, you start in round 1, 2 points behind. Like you're basically ready. You got to dig yourself out of a hole. You really got to fucking prove that you're actually supposed to be there. Like he's the favorite. He's the favorite. He's the face of the sport. And Vegas is his home away from home.
Takes one punch.
It does.
That's,
It really does. That's the
it's
beautiful thing
fucking
about the
funny
sport.
you say that shit, because I literally was just telling him before you walked in here, listen, everybody's saying this and this, but it's fucking boxing. It literally takes one fucking coming in wrong slightly
you see
and
what
bam,
happened-
and you go to sleep.
You see what happened to Pacquiao?
No. Who expected that?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean? Yeah.
Pacquiao's style is a little bit more reckless to where if you time that, which is what happens with Pacquiao, but Canelo doesn't make those kinds of mistakes against bigger punchers, and he
Look,
does
he-
take
he
them
does
shots
not.
better.
He does not, and that's where the excellence of
Canelo went
Alvarez
36
speaks, bro.
rounds
But
with
could.
Triple G.
It could, most definitely. Look,
Which proved that he has a chin.
Canelo went 36 rounds with the beast Triple G, and not once got rocked. That right there tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
Terrence Crawford is not gonna freaking put a dent on his fucking chin.
no, look,
That's not gonna
something
happen.
else
He's
that plays
if
into
he's
it
gonna
too.
win, he's gonna have to clearly outbox him.
Something
That's
something else that plays in, bro, and I'll share my thoughts on my prediction of the fight. I see Jerry going with you said decision win for Canelo.
Split, by the way.
Yeah, no, he
potential
said
split, yeah.
potential split decision. I myself, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. Everybody knows my prediction going into it is 6 rounds in. Canelo Alvarez is he's gonna put Terrence.
You're giving me all this shit.
Listen, Terrence.
all fucking time.
Listen. Terrence Crawford's gonna be up 5-0 going into that 6th round. And he's gonna start feeling really good about what he's doing.
So he's
and he's
gonna
gonna have one mistake. One fucking mistake. It's gonna be Amir Khan.
It's
gonna be Amir Khan and Canelo.
effect.
No.
So now, mind you, to me, Crawford doesn't have the chin that Amir Khan, you would have to say, had, right? To me, Crawford has a better chin.
But Crawford's coming up far more
listen,
fucking weight classes than Amir Khan did.
Now, having said that, it's not as clean cut. I'm going with that because at heart, I am as big of a Canelo fan as you could possibly get. I see sometimes my predictions on Canelo tend to go maybe even a little bit clownish because of how some people think that I view it. So that's my support of Canelo. If I go my intelligent round of it, though, you clearly said earlier here, Crawford's going for the money. He's just trying to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's a money payday. Bullshit. Crawford's been thinking of this for years. Listen. A year and a half back, a year and a half back, I told this man, pay attention. Crawford just got Lester Martinez in that camp. He's getting used to the power because he's gonna make a play at Canelo, and it's playing out exactly like I said. Lester Martinez is on that undercard, bro.
And your good luck's gonna come to an end.
No, listen. The second part of that, though, is he's gotten used to the power up there. So maybe he's not going to be as surprised at being able to handle the power as some people think he's going to be, right? To me, I just think that they're overlooking everything else that Canelo brings to the table. Canelo's one of the best counterpunchers ever. Canelo also, he doesn't make silly mistakes. You have other fighters who go out there and make silly mistakes that make them lose the fights, like you just said, right? It could happen. And that second part of that is the silly mistakes don't happen when you're that focused on what you're doing. And it's a humongous fight. Canelo focuses for those humongous fights. For that reason, that's why.
With all due respect to Lester Martinez,
Yep.
he's not enough in camp to
Yep.
get ready for Canelo
Yep.
Alvarez.
No, and
soon?
listen, and to be
The
perfectly
size-
honest,
the
to be
size,
perfectly honest,
100%.
nobody's gonna mimic Canelo. Nobody really quite bites like Canelo. But if you're just basing it just on punching power to see if you can handle that, Lester Martinez is a
Crawford
big
should have
puncher.
hired
Right
Triple G, dog.
As funny you say
That's what he
that.
should've
It's
did.
funny you
That
say
would have been
that.
that would have been
It's
something.
funny you say that because I've seen the video circulating of Triple G in Crawford's camp. Actually giving him pointers and actually throwing some punches at him. They were actually. I was just watching that today. Man, look, listen.
That's AI
And if you're
generated.
watching,
I haven't seen nothing.
Okay, you're
I
watching
haven't
it
heard a
live.
damn
I'm gonna
thing
produce
about
it for
that.
this
And you
man.
know he
He's saying
would've.
his words.
You know I
Yeah.
would have.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I call shenanigans.
Man, okay.
Maybe it was a hologram.
Man, that could have been because he looked pretty good. And I think Triple G's a little bit older.
Yeah, no.
I saw
Hey,
it now.
And then, hold on, that's what it was.
I'm
He
just gonna say.
said, "Hey, that Triple G in that video, pretty good. You looked hologram."
Hey, AC the promoter's not even in studio right now. This is just a hologram.
Hologram,
This
bro.
is a hologram.
Hey, see who you got in the fight, bro?
I'm gonna keep it simple. I just say Canelo. Canelo, you know what I'm saying?
Decision or knockout?
You know,
Hold on, real quick. Do you even know Terrence Bud Crawford?
I
You've
don't.
never seen him fight.
No.
Okay.
So that this is what makes it hard for me. That was great. Glad you asked. You know what I'm saying? But I know Canelo. And
That's it, bro. And there's value to it.
And I'm
I
listening,
always tell
and
them
I'm
on
listening
that.
to you
They
guys.
know who Canelo is.
So
you
I'm
know?
studying you guys, and I'm seeing the knowledge of you guys, and I'm picking up. And I heard what he said. I heard what
Okay.
he said.
So picture having a dude in your camp, and I'm sure you got plenty of these guys. You grew up with them, right? From the inner city, from the neighborhood, single parent household. You got a bunch of siblings, and the dude is the best competitor you've ever seen. He doesn't lose on anything, and he's not the biggest guy, right? But he's got the most, like, I'm gonna prove you
That's like
and
my
anybody
life.
else
That's like
wrong.
my life. Me.
That's Terrence Crawford.
Oh shit. Shoot.
Can you ever underestimate that kind of a
Right?
that kind of a
He's got that
mindset?
energy. He's got that drive. He does. He definitely does. And he's what, 41-0?
41-0.
You don't get there for nothing.
Hey,
No, listen.
He's undefeated.
And
he's
is one of
been
the
a
pound for
two-time-
pound dudes at the top, bro.
he's a
Yes.
two-time undisputed fucking.
He's actually
champion.
currently more recognized as a higher in the pound for pounds than Canelo is
Canelo.
currently.
I watched the weigh-in.
And what'd you think by looking at him? No size difference, right? You're gonna notice a difference tomorrow, though.
Yeah, without the shirt on.
He's gonna fill. The Canelo's gonna fill up comfortably. He was drained a little bit.
Canelo's
you
putting
know?
in work,
He didn't
man.
drain himself to where he
Canelo's
barely
putting in
made
work.
weight.
You can
He's
see
not
it.
dying.
Yeah,
But
he's
you
not-
can definitely tell Canelo had to make weight, and he looked out of it. My point is this, though.
No.
Right now, he's not.
No.
That's not the first time.
No.
He's
You're-
no, that's great.
you're
No,
saying shadows,
I'm
bro.
talking about making the weight, dog. It's an important factor regarding the sport. Bud Crawford didn't make weight. All he did was just basically coast through comfortably. He shouldn't be fighting in his weight class because he's never have. This is too heavy for him. He's never experienced being in the ring with these heavy Acme freaking
Legs.
legs. You know, the irons and stuff. He's gonna be heavy footed, heavy armed. He's not used to it. And plus, with all that muscle,
That's a great point.
the muscle, all that muscle mass that he didn't burn out, that is sucking your oxygen.
Hey.
He's not ready and prepared for that.
What
Is he-
would you say? Takes him
did-
about
did-
6
did-
rounds before?
did-
I run out of gas?
Did the training camp actually adjust him? Like, okay, you can throw this many punches per round, this many punches per round, so even if you're dominating, but to go 12, you can't knock him out unless you know for sure you got him. You got to go this many punches around so you can go to full 12, 100%. Now, all you have to tell him the same thing at this weight. Well, now you weigh this much. You're not actually as athletic as you were because he's a very athletic man. But what I mean is, you weren't running 10, 15 miles a day to shave your freaking weight down another 20 pounds and stuff. He's now walking around in a comfortable weight class. Like he already ate tamales the night before, and he's like, I'm going to go ahead and fight. No, dude. He's not weight ready.
Hey, Rob, is there anybody who could do like what Crawford's trying to attempt for come up from 147 to 168 and beat Canelo?
Is there anybody?
Anybody.
Like
in,
right now?
in the history of boxing, they could do it.
Well,
That speaks to the greatness of Canelo. Is all I'm gonna say. Can't be done.
it can't.
No, it can't.
They can't. And that's my point. What I mean when I say it's a money grab fight, bro, for Crawford.
What happens if he wins?
He doesn't.
What happens if he wins?
I'll tell you what happens. If this is the case, if he wins,
you're going
boxing,
streaking.
No, the boxing world goes to shit.
Everybody heard it. He's going streaking on
I'm serious,
Monday.
man. Listen.
Downtown
the
Phoenix.
boxing world goes to shit because is Bud Crawford going to defend that undisputed fucking crown? No, the fuck he's not. With all those guys,
yes, he will.
Lester.
With all those
yes,
guys,
he will.
Oh yeah. If
Rematch.
David Benavidez fucking chooses to go down to 168, is he gonna take on Benavidez? No, the fuck he's not. Bro.
David's not gonna go back to 68.
I bet you for that
David
fight
can't
he will.
He can't make 68.
Yeah.
It'll be a rematch if he wins. It'll be an immediate rematch because nobody would have thought.
Well, like Andy Ruiz, right?
Okay, yes, exactly. Don't lose that thought. So if Canelo loses to Crawford, it'll be an immediate rematch because they're going to sell the whole underdog story for Crawford, and he overcame, and he did one thing that nobody will probably do in our era. Again, 3 division undisputed.
Yeah,
that's history. Never done before.
And taking it from
in our era.
Boxing. Taking it from the face of boxing. You're not taking it from anybody.
So Canelo could then sell. They could sell Canelo being the underdog in the rematch, and then Crawford being the underdog in this fight. It'll be a bigger sell for a rematch if Crawford can beat Canelo.
Yeah, if he could. But hey, shout out to the man behind the cam who's still recovering from his procedure. My brother Adam, he actually live. He asked the question because when I made a comment about he should have hired Triple G, he said they should have hired David Benavidez as a sparring partner. And my goodness,
well, David Benavidez
is crazy with that.
No, because he's getting ready to fight an actual light heavyweight. Bud Crawford wouldn't have gave him. He wouldn't have gave him any.
The work that he needed.
No, that would have been mind games. That would have been.
It would have been mind games for Crawford versus Canelo, but it would have been fucking up David Benavidez. Camp.
And for the record, if anybody's asking, David Benavidez is not in Vegas. For Love of Boxing exclusive. He's not in Vegas.
Nuggets.
He's in Miami training, getting ready for Anthony Yard for his own headline card in November. So do not expect no WWE antics when this fight is over and Canelo wins and David Benavidez comes in the ring and they announce the mega super fight. It's not going to happen for this one. I hate to break it to you. Hate to break it to you.
The antics
but you heard it here.
When that Guatemalan walks in there and challenges
Canelo, our guest mentioned about the whole overcoming.
Yes.
Overcoming, and then what's next? What would happen after that? This man knows a former heavyweight champion, and he actually makes a solid point because when Andy Ruiz fought Anthony Joshua, nobody thought Andy Ruiz.
Oh my goodness!
And listen,
no chance in hell.
Exactly.
No, listen.
Exactly.
I'm actually tell you.
Holy shit!
Think about it.
To me, Crawford has a much better mathematical statistical chance
than Andy Ruiz did.
Than Andy Ruiz has.
So I met Andy Ruiz through, if you guys know me, I'm AC the promoter. Baby Bash is like my brother, and hanging with Bash everywhere. Andy Ruiz would be around, and they kept saying this is the former, this is the next champion, if I would have known that, I would have took a lot more pictures with my boys. but I'm just like, okay, cool. Whatever that means.
Whatever
that means. But sure the heck not, man. I mean, even though it looked bad at first and he got knocked down and all that, he showed resilience, came back.
He sure did.
First Mexican heavyweight champion, right?
And shout out to Andy.
Andy Ruiz Jr.
And 4Love Boxing has an exclusive design honoring Andy Ruiz too.
In a lot of ways, Andy Ruiz ruined Anthony Joshua's career that night, man. Moving forward, Anthony Joshua ain't been the same since
never
that
the same, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for him. He didn't take him serious.
He wasn't, man.
And so with that being said, so Andy Ruiz, like I said, I hung out with him many times, like before he won and stuff. And I even showed you a picture. Of me, Bash, Anthony
hanging
Ruiz,
out and stuff.
Nate Diaz, everybody. We're all there after a show in LA. It's just.
Hey man. man, what the fuck is Diaz like, bro?
He's cool. He's cool.
Cool
Yeah.
kid. He looks like a cool motherfucker. I think
He looks like a
have
guy
fun
I
and
would
shit, you know
love
what I
to
mean?
have a beer with.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
we
bro.
just chilling. Yeah, he was at the show too the night before, backstage and stuff in LA. Yeah.
What's that atmosphere like, bro? Being able to hang out with them like that in that sightseeing.
I mean, it's to me, it's just it's normal. Like I hang out with Robert. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
Robert will get you in more trouble. Be careful with that shit, bro. That's always the highest
we
shit.
know. You know what I'm saying? We go back.
We got our history.
Yeah, people don't know. Me and Robert know each other since like teenage years and stuff. LP promotions, man, they did their things for sure, and still doing it. And now for the love of boxing, and
thank you, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Appreciate
here. You know what I'm saying? I saw you had
That's why you here, man. We got respect for you.
I saw you had my guy Little J last week. Little John and Zoya. I used to be from Super Events. I took Little J out back in '98 and stuff. So man, we're old.
Yeah. But hey man, why don't you age us right now, bro?
You're older than me.
I know.
But much love, man. I'm thankful to be here, and this is a great topic. You know, I can't wait to watch the fight tomorrow on Netflix, and I do have a subscription, so I'm in.
So let me get that login, bro.
Hey, they changed it though. They make you have the
Oh yeah, you got to get the verification.
Yeah,
You got to do the retina test and the fingerprint.
Yep.
All that.
Eyeball exam.
I got to guess your password. Which kid is it?
It's a
And I have a
picture
lot.
too, and Rob used an old picture and shit. Keeps telling him that's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you.
I know, right?
That's two of you.
As a matter of fact, the picture I posted with you and I, man, shit, I was fucking, my goodness. That was crazy.
Yeah.
A lot
So
more
anything can happen, like AC brought up. It takes one punch to change the trajectory of a fight. That's the beautiful thing about boxing.
That is the beautiful thing about boxing. It's even more evident in this fight, bro. When we're saying that Crawford is more than a live dog, bro, like we're talking about a dude who's been sitting on the pound for pound throne along with 3 other kings for a couple of years now. This is a dude who's a generation. He's first ballot Hall of Famer, man. When he goes in,
Oh yeah, he's a shoo-in, no doubt.
If he beats
Boba.
Canelo, listen. If he beats Canelo, this is his ticket to being able to say he's better than Floyd, bro. And this is the only way he can get there to be able to ever be able to say he's better than Floyd. That's what this. That's
I'm sorry.
what
I'm gonna stop you right there. He's a 2-division undisputed champion. He already is.
Can we? I know we're on the topic, but speaking of Floyd, can we talk about that topic next after, like
Floyd?
Floyd and Tyson?
Oh,
what is that about? yeah, let's talk about
I
that.
prefer we don't this weekend. There's so many other good fights to talk about.
Okay.
Like the co-main event that's going to happen under the Canelo Crawford fight. We have Callum Walsh, Irishman,
And
he trains under Freddie Roach's wild card gym, and the oldest son of Fernando Vargas, known as Junior.
I hung out with him too.
Fernando Vargas, yeah, he's in Oxnard. You were in LA probably around the same time.
I hung out with him in Prim. He used to do. He was doing events which was boxing and MMA. So like it'd be a boxing match and then an MMA match. The boxing match, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
More recently though, after he retired.
Yeah.
So he's heavily invested in the boxing community in Vegas. His family's there now.
Yeah.
All his sons train there.
Prem
The
is
Vargas
like
boxing gyms in Vegas, but Prem and Vegas aren't that far apart.
30 minutes, 40 minutes.
So yeah, he definitely goes around the Vegas area. Three of his sons are now all pros, and they're all undefeated.
They're all badasses.
Yeah, and so his oldest son, this is his opportunity to go for. I believe it's a minor belt or an interim belt, and they're both undefeated. And I believe it's a 154 weight class. It's a co-main event. It's a co-main event. Yeah,
wow.
and the only reason why I think it is the co-main event, and rightfully so, because there is a minor belt on the line or an interim belt on the line, is the fact that
Lester
Martinez, who fights under the Terrence Crawford banner, is also on the card.
So the team, the cornerman,
he's undefeated.
They need a chance to prepare themselves.
Yes.
So they're both undefeated.
So the two fight cards that are happening before the Canelo fight, all undefeated fighters.
Oh wow, this is
all undefeated fighters,
and it's free.
And it's free on Netflix, baby. Starts at 6:00 Pacific, 9 Eastern. Free on Netflix. No pay-per-view. It's gonna be the most watched boxing telecast in history, bro.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Lester Martinez is in the Terrence Crawford camp. He's fighting Christian Mbili from Canada. That dude is chiseled like no other, and he hits hard. and he doesn't waste many of his punches. Lester Martinez
he's gonna be swinging for the.
is from his native Guatemala. He's like
ole, 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 ole.
he's the biggest thing to come out of Guatemala since Guapadamas.
Lester.
But Lester's corner is the same corner as Terrence Crawford. You can't put them on as a co-main and then have enough time to get out there for the main.
Because
so it's strategic. It's all strategic.
Being honest, Vargas Jr. doesn't deserve the freaking accolades of the co-main.
Yes, he does. He's a draw,
and you're throwing out a lot of do not deserves tonight, bro. And you're throwing a lot of hate for the 4Lovo boxing match.
Let's clarify. Vargas, it was Mr. LP who said that shit when you come to punch in the
Can you bring us photos in the house so you can give Mr. Rama?
We ringside all the time too, bro. Remember that time me and you?
Oh, he gave us love. Yeah.
We're seeing inside with
Oh, his sons, they were here. Yeah. Emiliano Vargas was on the undercard here. He fought out here a couple times in Glendale. And Amato was right next to us. He was filming his fight.
That was the Australian guy.
Who did he fight? The Maloney's.
It was Emmanuel Navarrete. Remember he got dropped.
Oh yeah.
We were ringside.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We're sitting right next to the Vargas family, and right in the next rollover is
Amato
and the Ramos brothers. Oh, I'm sorry, the Ramos family, Jesus and Abel. Anyways, it was a good time over there going there, but it was nothing but love and respect because we had a conversation.
You better backtrack.
He's backtracking now. Wait a second. We see those motherfuckers
all the time. So, anyways, Vargas. All love and respect.
Vargas, pay attention.
Remember
Mr. LP when you come to Arizona and AC the promoters next to him. So
remember when we saw you at Gene Lewis and I gave you posters and all that? Don't forget that, man. All right?
But a great fight card. Even though on paper it doesn't look like it's a stacked card, you as a casual, just knowing the facts that we just gave you, it actually is more respectable card than you thought it would be. So props to everybody involved. I'm glad we got that fight card. That's going to be prime time here in the U.S. And of course we got two other fight cards we haven't even got into yet.
For me as a casual, like basically what just using my common sense is it's like three. It could be three different pay-per-views if it wanted to be with the three.
It could be.
Yes,
absolutely. They could totally headline their own fight card. Yes,
100%.
Yep.
So to put it all on one, that's nuts.
I mean, the Vargas
Netflix is doing good.
Walsh,
props to Netflix for doing that.
Absolutely.
Lester Martinez and Billy, that's definitely like a Showtime headliner. But I'm just saying,
boxing after dark.
Yeah, what I'm saying is not a pay-per-view fight. You know?
No. They won't headline their own pay-per-view.
But they headline.
They would headline their own card.
Absolutely, they would headline their own card. Yeah. And respectfully, any fight that the two guys.
This isn't even a pay-per-view.
When I look at
ironically, this is not even a pay-per-view fucking fight. Yeah. Shout out to His Excellency yet again.
No, listen.
Theo Turkey.
When I look at the Billy and Lester fight, to me it has almost a hint of maybe Tito Trinidad and Yuri Boy Campus being on an undercard for Chavez back in the day. You had the greatness of Chavez doing his shit, which is what Canelo and Crawford are bringing to it, and then you had some young lions who were doing some next level shit at the bottom who were coming on, bro.
Did you just put Lester Martinez in the same freaking box as freaking Yuri Boy Compass?
I did. I sure did.
So he's gonna get. So he's saying he's gonna get starched?
Well,
possibly, but he also dropped Trinidad in that fight. And if Lester drops Billy at any point in that fight, Billy's not getting up.
You better take him out. You better take him out if you got him hurt.
So you have a little skepticism in regards to this one.
No. I stick to my original prediction, which is Billy is coming with hell for those first 3 rounds.
Oh, he's coming. He's bringing the hurt.
Look, I'm not a fucking dumbass when it really comes down to it.
And Billy doesn't get paid for overtime.
Swinging for the fences, right? My whole shit is that Lester is polished enough to be able to keep him working for those first 3 rounds without getting caught with something that's going to leave him out of it. After those first 3 rounds, though, Lester's putting it on him if it goes there, bro. If it goes there, that's when Lester goes
Remind me, guys, this is the same guy we're talking about, Billy, who beat the brakes until they saved him. Sergey Derevyanchenko. he beat the brakes off of a guy.
Derevchenko was 137 years old when they fought.
I was about to say that.
In boxing years.
Who's been in war with some of the absolute monsters of the freaking ring.
And gave every single one of them rounds.
And the fact that
Triple G was 138 years old when he fought Derevchenko. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
She 116 years old, man. But yeah, no, Lester Martinez, if he wanted to be known to the U.S. market, you take out Christian Mbili tomorrow night.
Right. So who do you got?
Terrence Crawford, if you want to be the mega superstar, you prove your worth to Mr. LP and anybody else who doubts you again that you can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez tomorrow night.
Hey, even if that mofo wins, I ain't even going to cheer his ass on. Hey, my brothers are like, shame on you, bro. That's not protecting the brand. Why are you disrespecting a freaking great fighter like that? I was like, I'll tell you what. Because he disrespected me. Twice!
All right.
I know.
So look, AC just looked at you like, what the fuck? Listen, I'll share the story with you, AC.
All right, let me know.
We're in Vegas. This motherfucker starstruck and follows fucking Crawford, and Crawford dogs him out and walks out the casino, doesn't give a shit, right? We're here at a big fucking fight. Once again, we're running to Crawford, and this time, it's literally just us in front of fucking Crawford, so he can literally sit there and chop it up.
He's not the
say
most
what's up,
fan
whatever,
friendly.
and he dogs Mr. LP out.
I'm pretty aggressive.
He knows you.
Hey, he's from the streets. He knows when a silverback's coming for something.
I tend to be pretty aggressive. But in Vegas, he looked back and he was all like, "What the hell?" And he was like, I was like, "What the hell, man?" I was like, "Hey, bro." But I was all like, "Hey, what's up?" But I was like, "Hey, bro." And he was like, "Boom, boom, boom." I was like, "No, this motherfucker did it."
If a silverback was chasing you in the woods, you don't look back and let him catch up to you.
We saw him at the Suns Arena.
Yep.
And I was all like, "Oh shit, Bud, what's up, bro?" No. And he looked at me dead in my eyes. He was like,
Nope. Gotta go.
He just did.
See you when I see you.
He just left. And I was all like, "Are you fucking serious?" FTP, though.
He did the same thing to me at that same event because it was in the plaza. Right? It was outside. No, here at Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Was it outside in the plaza corridor right there outside? They did the weigh-ins?
Yep.
I was out there with Sulem Urbina. I was out there
he
with
was
him.
actually out there with somebody, man.
Hey, hold on, sidebar on that. Shout out to my girl, Sulem, who did her invitational tournament to honor her brother.
For you, Alexis.
Invitational,
yeah.
It was excellent. It was awesome. I'm so proud of you. And
Let's give it up.
I know your brother's looking down with a smile.
Proud.
That was so amazing. So proud of you, girl. And we can't wait to get you into the studio. Remember, you still owe me, girl. You owe me. Anywho, yeah.
So we were out there. Crawford was there supporting. I think it was Maurice Hooker. He was fighting on the undercard of that fight, and he was in the B&B camp. But yes, Crawford was out there, and she wanted a picture with Crawford. Of course, she got the picture, but I took it off of her phone. And he only gave it to her because he looked like Sulem. Mm-hmm. Not too many people tell you now. Right? But again, too, he was going to diss her. And she mentioned, I think, to him that she's a pro fighter. He didn't even know who she was. So either he's just not fan-friendly, or he just wasn't used to the whole socialization with people that are outside of a circle.
Man, maybe you know what? You're right, man. Maybe he's just that guy who just doesn't like to be interacting.
Maybe COVID.
It was before COVID.
No excuses.
No excuses.
He's just not interacting. He's just not a guy that's interacting and stuff. You know?
Yeah,
maybe he's watched the show before and doesn't like your ass and wants to punch you in the face for some of the shit you say about him. That could play into it too. Just like.
Well, if Terrence Crawford wants to come in studio to have a one-on-one with our silverback,
bring it.
I'd be more than happy to be the referee for that.
I'll sponsor it.
Hey, hold on. He can give it to me. I'll go right there in front of that freaking sign like you did, and I'll take a couple of licks. I'll do it.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
That reminds me of Wilder and that one, the white guy that talked about.
That guy who was talking a lot of stuff on social media, and he showed up at the gym.
Hey, that dude's undefeated. 350 and all, baby. Charlie something.
No matter.
Yeah, Charlie Bucky.
But Terrence Crawford wants none of the two-time Arizona Golden Gloves, former champ right there.
Look. He'll eat you
you
alive, literally.
According to him, you don't even deserve this fight.
Literally, look, he ate his last self alive. Now he'll eat you alive and shit.
That I did.
Listen. The question though: who you guys got in the Lester and then Billy fight?
Beautiful. Let's go around the table real quick. Okay, so
I have no idea.
you know what?
Pick Lester, bro.
My gut says Mbili. But my heart wants Lester, bro.
I can respect that.
My heart wants Lester so bad.
And then I think he's in the same boat too, dog.
He just wanted you to.
No.
Well, see, I got nothing not to like about
Lester
Mbili.
too, bro.
I got nothing not to like about Mbili. He brings
He's
so
a
much to
dog,
the table,
bro.
He really does.
He comes with it, bro.
Yeah, so he deserves. If he beats Lester, he deserves to be talked about in the top 6 at 68.
Wow. Top 5 for sure.
Maybe debatable
Shit,
for sure.
I think whoever wins, bro, is sitting at the fucking table.
No, they're not at the
Canelo
top.
next,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, they might be at the kiddies table. Might be at the kiddie table. But yeah, give them another fight or two, potentially. But yes, that's where I'm going. Come on, Lester, come through for my man Guapo Damas and the whole country Guatemala.
Listen. You already know I got Lester, right? But for me, it's just Lester even getting the fucking fight is already huge enough as it is anyway, man. He's opening so many fucking doors. If he comes out and gets knocked out in one fucking round and does nothing for his career, anything beyond that though, oh my god, how many big fights are in his fucking future if he come out and actually shows well. And if he wins, oh my fucking god, there's a Guatemalan cash cow there, and we shall have him in this fucking studio. I talked to Lester, so Lester, ya sabes vos. Hey, te espero, güey.
Hey, but win, lose, or draw, even if Lester was to take a terrible L like he just suggested or just thought of, think about this: the country, your people will still be by his side. No, this is 100. They'll still be by his side.
Oh yeah.
And I promise this: maybe he does nothing more in his pro career, but I guarantee you, if he opens up a couple of boxing academies in your home country, he's gonna start up a trend. Well, a whole bunch of new lines.
He doesn't have to open it up down there. There's more Guatemalans here than there are in Guatemala. When I'm fucking telling you the economical base is there, I'm telling you, we were talking the World Cup last time up in here. When you actually go to the Cup games, they were outdrawing the United States in America. That shit doesn't happen to anybody outside of Mexico in that sport, man. There's that many fucking Latinos.
Yeah, I worked the Copas too.
This should be bananas, huh?
The fucking atmosphere, the atmosphere is amazing, bro.
Yeah, because I work at the stadium this is my side job. At the Ikon Stadium, and I worked the Copas. I worked the Final Four. I worked the WrestleMania over in Vegas.
So to me, if Lester comes through and he actually wins in a fight, maybe he's on deck for Canelo, but he's not ready for Canelo. Canelo eats him alive right now. So Shiraz though, man, that'd be an interesting fight. If Canelo loses, you got a Munguia Canelo Cinco de Mayo throwdown would be kind of fucking nice. Neither one of them being undefeated, but both of them still being able to throw some leather and being able to draw some numbers. Or maybe even Puerto Rican homie that lost to Canelo and Berlanga. Right, that's why I said if Lester loses in that fight, those are still.
So I hear what you're saying. There's still potential hot options out there.
Straight up, bro. There's money to be made.
So he's gonna be a factor, especially with his. Come on, he's in Bomac's fucking training camp. So,
hey, listen. I hope it's a better night for Bomac than what it could possibly be, man. Because if they lose both fights, that's a bad fucking night, man. You know what I mean? But
hey,
if they win both fights,
it's boxing.
And if there's one to be won and one to be lost, then you kind of know which way I'm leaning with that shit. Yeah. And listen, who you got in that fight, man?
Hold on real quick. Shout out to the homie Box Cave. If you guys follow him on social media. We met him in Vegas. He's a hardcore boxing collector and has hundreds of boxing gloves and gets everything signed every time he's out there at the fights. And he's always at the fights. He does media. He's marketing and stuff. But he bought himself a couple of boxes of the new Topps boxing cards. And he's in Vegas right now. He got Keyshawn Davis, Michaela, and a list of other people to sign base cards from that freaking shit. And I'm so jealous. I'm like, my dude, you already got the box of cards in your hand? I don't. You're in Vegas? I'm not. You're getting them motherfuckers signed? Jealous. So respect to my boy Boss Cave. And by the way, I see your post. Where's my boxing posters at, dog? I gave you. You need to put them up, dog. Disrespect, homie. Come on, dog.
You're getting a chance to be on the radio with AC, Jerry, and Guapo Damas. He can't say that, bro.
But anyways, so check it out. Regards to my prediction regarding this fight, As I mentioned earlier on, this basically screams fight of the night for me on paper. On paper, it obviously is going to be a factor regarding the tenacity, the toughness, the endurance, the chin that both these warriors actually come into the fight with, and I do believe that both of them are going to come with it. By way of Canada, but Christian and Billy is of is it Nigeria or what African descent that he's from? Warrior status, like he's coming from a tribal of absolute warriors. Lester Martinez comes from Central America. He's got that. I don't want to disrespect it. He hasn't corrected me on it. Either the Aztec or the Mayan, whatever the case regarding that culture. But he has the warrior. He carries himself as a warrior. He got his hair dressed down as a warrior. And when I seen him do the face-to-face with Christian and Billy, he looked like he was game face and had that warrior mentality.
Both of them were in great fucking shape and both of them look ready. That's real.
They were both in great shape. Edge, if I have to make that pick, Christian and Billy. He's just solid as hell. It's going to be a hell of a fight. And I'm not just saying it to be biased, and I hear what you're saying, respect. It's going to be a gut-wrenching battle. And I do feel Lester Martinez is going to dig deep. He's going to have to dig deep. He's going to probably come off some really rocky moments. I'm not going to say knocked down, but really rocky moments early in the fight. But all I can guarantee is this, guys. Everybody listening, tune in. I can guarantee this. Get your popcorn and get your drinks ready when that fight starts, because it is not going the distance.
Yeah,
whomever pulls off the victory, it's going to be a stoppage. It's just going to be based off of who can take it the most. And they're not going to be able to withstand each other for 12 rounds, because both these guys are that.
Bingo.
Mi mensaje directo para Lester Martinez, vos. Por favor, tienes a todo el país y todo el apoyo que puedas. Hey, do it for us, baby. For all these chapines up here, bro. That's how we do.
You had your moment. With that said, Lester Martinez.
Oh.
Mid-round stoppage.
Okay.
And I'm talking about not somebody laying on their back and can't get up. I'm talking about the corner or the referee's going to have to do man a favor and be like, you're too tough for your own good. We got to call it. And he's going to probably definitely protest. He's going to be pissed off. He's going to have a busted lip. Going to be like, what the fuck? I'm still ready to go, because he's a warrior like that. That's what I see happening in this fight. And I hope that I'm right. I know you've been waiting for this guy's moment for
bro,
years. This is his moment.
Can I dive in one last time and make something obvious here that it's a little embarrassing to admit? I have not seen a Lester Martinez fight.
Wow.
He's had some pretty good fights, man. His fight
with
so I know he was on Pro Box. I missed those fights.
I've seen quite a bit of his
stuff. I missed those.
I got you, though.
So his fight with Joe Sean James was excellent. They were both undefeated too, man. Both went at it, and Joe Sean James brought it, but Lester eventually was able to take some of the early flurries, and his boxing skill level is very high. He holds some of the WBC lower titles for all of Latin America. He's won the Pan American Games. He actually turned pro instead of going to the Olympics, but that's the way he was going to go. So he's 29, so has a very polished amateur background. He literally holds everything except for the Olympic medal, and he bypassed that to turn pro.
And with that, for those of you guys that are tuning in and maybe never even heard of or knew who he was, including my man right here, Lester Martinez's pro debut was versus former welterweight undisputed champion Ricardo Mayorga. We're talking about a
super welterweight.
Super welterweight. My apologies, I stand corrected. Super welterweight. Point is, undisputed. Dude was a beast. He held belts and he faced some of the most elite fighters of that era in the 2000s.
Lester Martinez.
Now we're talking about a guy who's long past his best days, but the team that was managing Lester Martinez in Central America, for some reason, decided to pick that fight as his pro debut. Rightfully so. I thought it was stupid, but he got the second round stoppage. Brought attention and eyes to who the hell is this guy. Again, now he's in Nebraska in a training camp with Bud Crawford, and Keyshawn Davis.
He's
with,
actually
with the intelligence of the learning skills of Bomac. And birds of feather flock together, so that's an elite camp. And I know they got a lot of other fighters within there, but those three right there,
he's been working. He's been working with Bomac since he actually moved to the States. Before he got to the States, he actually put in 3 years working with Nacho Bernstein down in Mexico. You know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his debut.
I did not know that. And Nacho, I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point he's probably done so because he's so aged.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, hands down, greatest freaking
He's
trainer
managed
all
by
time.
Richard Steele. Richard Steele's his manager. So
Are you kidding me?
Not at all, bro. Richard Steele.
Okay, so
manager.
he's got some people behind.
He's got some backing, bro, and in a lot of ways, people will say that he's actually been protected a little bit, and I mean. No, there's no way of protecting him now. He's
29 years old, so
it's there, bro.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, this is where it's at.
Sink or swim.
This
now.
is his biggest opportunity. I hope he swings for the.
But in all honesty, in all fairness for him, the same goes for Christian and Billy. I mean, and Billy's been in with some monsters, but guys are maybe a little undersized, or maybe there's been too many words. Like he was strategically being placed. We're talking about two.
And Billy's a
young,
scary dude, bro.
Undefeated.
I'm going for Lester, man. But man, scary dude.
Undefeated monsters, bro. Like they're dog. Like I said, on paper, this fight screams fight of the night.
Fight of the night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Jerry, keep us going within that fight, man. That fight day that is gonna be so big, right? Boxing Day for us.
No, hold on, man.
Fans,
Let's let the homeboy make a pick.
Go ahead. But AC actually said he didn't know who either one was. So
I'm going for Lester.
Yeah. There we go. Jerry, keep us going. We got some Irish men who are gonna be involved in a world title, bro.
Let's make that a second segment.
Let's wrap
We
up.
could.
this segment.
We actually could.
Yeah,
Everybody
we
stay
can
tuned
make that
in. We'll be coming back in here in a second.
A lot more boxing to
and
talk,
touching
ladies and
in.
gentlemen.
Tune in live because it has to be live because this is about what's happening tomorrow. So we'll be seeing you here in about another 5-10 minutes. Peace out.
Hey.